Welcome Nikon shooters. Today we have confirmation of what was already pretty much known. Nikon is bringing out an 85mm f1.2 as they've liked to do over the past 5 years or so. They've just released a development announcement, not full specifications. Now, if we have a look at a picture of it here, it doesn't tell us too much. What we can tell, it's taking a really similar design to the 50mm, and other than being an 85 and a 1.2, it's got an 82mm front filter thread, the same as the 50mm, so that's quite nice. Now, if we just want to extrapolate a couple of things here, I am going to estimate how big and how heavy and how expensive I think this is going to be based on a bunch of different factors. And I have to say from the outset, as an owner of the 51.2, when I shot these side by side with the Noct and the 51.8, it's really hard to justify the 1.2 unless you have the budget, and then it's really nice to have. But the image quality isn't that much better. It's so much bigger, it's so much heavier. You know, it is a bit of a hard sell, but once you have it, for me at least, it's on my camera all the time. I have a feeling it's going to go the same route as the 85-1.8. So if you compare the 50-1.8 and the 85-1.8, not too different in size, not too different in filter thread, but you'll notice the 50, whilst it is an 82, there's a fair bit of breathing room there. And looking at the image of the 85 and then matching up kind of the mount sizes, I think they're going to be similar in length. The 85 is going to be quite a lot chunkier, but then, you know, as we saw, the front element is going to be the same, but the housing around it, I think, is going to be significantly bigger. And for whatever reason, in Nikon's history, I can't think of a single 50mm prime that performed as well as the 85 primes have. Now, this could totally be the exception, but I would expect, based on history alone, that the 85 is going to perform even better than the 50 is doing. Now, taking a look, or I have to say again, we're talking huge size and weight here. Not that that's a Nikon only thing. Let's not forget Canon's Grapefruit 28-70 lens. But if you take a look, for example, at the size and weight of the 50mm Nikon, it's $2,100. It is 2.4 pounds or 1,090 grams. And if you're comparing like the size and weight difference in the 50mm realm, and then also taking a look at Canon's 50 and 85 1.2 size and weight variations, I estimate that the Nikon 85mm is going to end up being over 3 pounds, about 1.4 kilograms, and I'm gonna guess $2,800 US on launch. That's my guess, and I expect that it'll be the best performing prime that's non-super telephoto that they have in their range. It could even go as high as $3,000, let's see. Now, as I said from the outset, those of you who are Nikon shooters probably knew this was coming. There was a 85S lens on the roadmap for a long time. They just never disclosed the aperture. Over the past 6 months, they've accidentally, it seems, been slipping the wrong warranty card in with some lenses, and people have gotten 85-1.2s, so it was known that this was coming. And before I jump into why I think this is going to be coming really soon, if you're a Nikon shooter, please do check out my Nikon Z setup guide. It will take you through everything you need to know in the Nikon system, every one of the different cameras, how to make the most of them, what all the different buttons and functions and menu items do, so you can really take advantage of what these Z system cameras can do for you. Getting to why I think this isn't going to be a long wait. You know, when Nikon have brought out development announcements for like the D5 or the Z9, then we might have had to wait 6 months or a year for it to actually materialize. I don't think that's going to be the case here, because they've just announced this at CES, which is the very first show of the year in Las Vegas, but they often would hold back announcements until CP Plus, which is in Yokohama, Japan local show, which is middle of February. So I don't know, I'm totally speculating, but I would hope and guess that they're putting the development announcement out now so they have something for CES, and that we might just see one in the flesh by CP Plus in middle of February. So fingers crossed, as soon as I can get one in to test that out, I will. I should also say this wasn't the only lens that's been announced, the 85. They've also announced a new mid-telephoto prime lens, which is a 26mm f2.8, basically a pancake lens. If 28mm and 2.8 works for you, then that could be exciting, but anything going up head to head with the 85 in a press release is going to get very little coverage. I will do my best to get both of the lenses in to check them out for you. Now, if you haven't seen my videos for a little while, leading up through December, I released 2 brand new courses. Educating Steph, where I'm teaching Steph, who you would know from the channel, how to do everything related to photography. So all the fundamentals, everything she needs to know to get started. Then I took her around the world on a bunch of different challenges. You get to join her as I'm teaching her. So you can either level up your skills or learn how to teach a friend. Then at my Art Nude website, let me know any questions or thoughts you have about the new 85. I'll see you guys soon.